From the last time you've seen me till now, there's been a million changes. What changed? Well, we ain't got that small block no more. Let's take a look at what we got going on. We now have a little baby 5.3 LS in it. This thing is stock rods, stock main bolts, rod bolts, stock crank, stock pistons, with a little bit of ring gap. It's a baby. It's the same design as far as the hot side. The turbo kit is basically the same from the last time you've seen it, with the exception of it now being an LS. I have a couple issues that I've went through that I didn't foresee. One of which, I had to build the tubes around the steering gear. You know, it ain't pretty, but it worked. Also, because of my Mandingo size piping here, I couldn't run a alternator up top on the regular truck bracket. So what do? We mounted it right down here on the frame. I don't know if you were able to see that or not, but we have a bracket here, which we've put straight to the frame. And we took the factory alternator bracket and we just made a idler pulley out of it. So things are custom everywhere, no matter what you do. So today's video is actually going to be about what I've done in the corners. Let me show you that. If you look right in here and then on this side, that's where I've mounted my coils. And of course they're going to be backwards from how they would sit on the valve covers, but we're making some extended plug wires. Excuse my redneck neighbors, so I'm telling what this is going to be. So I ended up taking and making my own set of plug wires. What I ended up doing is I got this $49 All-Star. Here's the part number, cut fit, and there's actually plenty left over. I ended up having to cut probably 10 inches, 12 inches off of each one because they were too long. But they come with the small block Chevy, just normal 90-degree boot for the spark plug. And now on the other end, I've got a factory coil style end. So all I did is I took factory coil wire end and just cut it off, swelled it out. And I mean, I ain't going to go through the whole tutorial on how to change these ends, but you end up with a big pile of new ones, old ones, whatever. You have your new set of plug wires. So what I did is I now have them, not really the prettiest, but they're on there and they don't burn on all these big fat ugly welded header tubes. So yeah, now I've got a little bit of light on it now. You can kind of tell more about what I had to do. I still need to do some stuff. I need to vent the valve cover with that tube. I'll probably get a passenger side valve cover. That way I can have the fill tube right there and I'll use that instead of having to weld to the valve cover. But all in all, that was how we relocated the coils. They just have a couple self-tapping screws that holds them in. We got all these plug wires done. I went ahead and got the alternator hooked back up so we can charge. By the way, a little plug, go to Subhuman Sounds. It's my buddy Adam Harmon. He's got a bunch of random videos and he's got some technical videos with charging systems, with car audio, stuff like that. Today he hooked me up with an exciter wire, diodes and resistors. That way I can bump the voltage up as well as get this baby charging. So once again, thank you to Adam Harmon, Subhuman Sounds. Go check him out, follow, share his shit. But without further ado, do you want to hear this thing run? Because nobody else has yet but me. Let me get this thing hooked up, set the GoPro up, and we're going to get you all the first, or second fire up. See you in a second.